Your letter was only the start.
I'm going to go live because Rob's changed the intro, even though I checked it earlier on. He did this last time. I'm not happy. So anyway, good evening, everybody. I'm going to stop that because I don't even know where it's going to go. Perhaps later in the stream, well, I might bring it back on. Right. And as we could see, Pete, did you know he's going to do this? No.
No, but I heard that come on. I was thinking, uh-oh, what's he done?
I know. I'll tell you what. So yeah, go, Carl. That's what normally happens. Hello,
What
Carl.
a time
Hello.
to change.
I know. So what happened is obviously I had the intro done ages ago, and then Rob put the other one on for me in the shower. So, shall we see what he's done then? Anyway,
Yeah, go on.
go on then. Here we go then. Apologies to everybody who's watching. Let's
Got
have
no
a
naked
go.
stuff with me, so.
Yeah.
Your letter was only the start of it. One letter, and now you're a part of it. Now you've done it. Jim has fixed it for you. And you and you. There must be something that you always want to do. The one thing that you always wanted to. Now you've done it. Jim has fixed it for you. And you and you and you.
Oh well, it could have been worse. It could have been worse. I could have had my arse in it like I did last time. Jesus. So yes. Anyway, hello everybody who's watching, and Carl, welcome back
Thank you very much.
for your
Thank you.
second time for coming on. I appreciate it coming on. Because I remember the last time I said before we came live here was when we did the quiz, when Millership did the quiz, and I got you on there with, I think it was JT at the movies, wasn't it?
It was, yeah, it went very well.
Yeah, I think none of us. I think was that the first time he did it, and he was on for like 3 hours or something.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's good to be back.
But yes, thank you for coming on. And before we continue, I would like to say congratulations on hitting 1,000 subscribers.
Thank you.
It's great because we're all kind of like.
Jealous at all. We're not jealous in the slightest.
Well, you're not too far behind. Wait, you'll be there before you know it.
Yeah.
So how did you find out? Did you get an email or somebody tell you?
It was the YouTube channel Splash with Ariel.
Okay, I've got you. Yeah, I know her. Yeah.
I didn't know nothing about it until I got that message on the morning, and yeah, it was a complete shock, really. You know, it's when you start, you have a goal in mind, don't you? So
Yeah, mine was 100.
Mine was 100, and then you get to that, and then you think, okay, well, let's push it to 500. Let's push it to 1,000. Never thinking you actually get there, and when it does, you kind of think, where'd you go next? You know,
it's an honour that many people watch it, isn't it? Really.
Well, yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's amazing to actually think people would want to. Really, you know, it's not everybody watches every video, you know, but it goes like that, doesn't it? You know, it's
Exactly.
just happy to be part of the community, really.
I'm happy to have you on. I'm happy that we have our chats. I'm happy that all the stuff that we chat on about in and out of the box, in and out of it.
It's everything, isn't it? It's Messenger. It's watching other people's videos. It's the meetups. You know, who would have thought that YouTube? I don't know how many you got in our community. There's over 100, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
And to think that everybody gets on, there isn't anybody bad among the bunch. So it's really good. And you're all friends. I mean, I haven't met you two. I mean, why? I don't know how I haven't met Pete yet because he's not too far away. But
we've got to meet up, dude.
And everything. So I'm waiting for Jamie Power to have a visit there and go down there. But
you know, you're going to get a kiss.
Everyone gets on, so it's brilliant.
You're going to get a kiss.
You're about 5 foot taller than me, Pete.
Well, I'll pick you up then.
Not when he's in his little wheelchair, you'll be taller than him, Carl.
He probably will be.
I think the thing I've found out with regards to Bluetooth community is that everybody's like 5 hours south of me.
Yeah. You're probably the furthest north, aren't you?
No, I think in England, yes. Technically, no, because James from Movie Mad is in Edinburgh, so he's like
Edinburgh,
the
yeah.
furthest north. But I mean, with regards to England, I think I probably am. Well, no, Mondo Chelovek is kind of more northern than me, although technically, because he lives around the corner from my parents, if I was still at home, then me and him would be probably joint northern, the most
Yeah.
northern.
My first collab with Movie Mad. The first collaboration we did, we gave away 67 Blu-rays together.
Did you?
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. It makes it a little bit more harder, doesn't it, when you're that far north? But you've done well. I mean, you've had a meet up. You've had Rob come and visit and stuff. You know, I think you've done really well.
Apparently, Rob might be coming up the Wednesday before the Queen's Jubilee.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
Because he wants to do some more of his filming for his Invasion of the Body Nonsense. So
yeah.
Apparently, I've got something to do with the clangers now. So I'm waiting to find out what my part is.
I've got Gordon the Gopher. So
So that's a little ass fisting then.
yeah, possibly. So yes, Scott.
You know, just waiting for those lawsuits to come rolling in, aren't we?
Yeah, that's why I'm just kind of. It's going on Rob's channel and not ours. I'm happy to. Yeah, it's. I think what Rob's doing with the second one, with regards to the footage that we've have or haven't seen, you guys I have or whatever, he's really getting into it. And he's really doing well with the second one. But again,
he's brilliant at editing. Rob is. And you know, I never forget what Rob did for me when I was first started YouTube. And I've said it before. You know, I think I was on about 25, 30 subscribers, and he offered me a collaboration way back then, and you know, and just that little bit of editing that he did on that, it's brilliant.
Yeah,
you got to appreciate the hard work that actually goes into that.
So you got 1,000 subscribers, and how many times have you sworn on one of your videos?
Twice. I think.
The one that Jamie did.
The one that Jamie did, and I think I did another one. I think I'm not going to lie, I probably did another one. And I'm not. And in real life, I do swear. I try not to on YouTube, you know, but you know, I'm not going to say I never swear, because I do, but yeah. So it's I think there's about twice I've actually sworn on there.
All that of fucking bollocks mean I never swear.
It's like even when I do videos, I'll try. You don't try not to swear. You just kind of go. Then it comes out by doing it. Like the Gladiator video I just did, I put the F word in there, and I was like, in my head, I said it. I was just like, just keep going, because I can't be bothered to re-edit it.
You've got to re-edit it, haven't you? Otherwise, you know, it's like it can make some people worse. Like Jamie Powell, when I met Jamie Powell, and he said that someone had to go at him for swearing, and look at him now.
Exactly, he's still a cunt. But yeah, the editing part as well is funny. I mean, the opening bit I did with the missus today, I had to
mention that.
Yeah, I scripted that for her, and then had to keep. I've got loads of outtakes of it, because then one of them, she's ready to say a line, so I'm going, "That's my intro. So what do you think of it?" And in the background, she's going, ready to do a little. So I didn't write it down. I just said, "This is what you've got to say." So, yeah.
But you caught that final word just right, because you could understand what it was without saying it. So
well, she didn't say it. All she did was she went shh.
Yeah.
And that was it. So I just kind of edited the shh down a bit so it sounded like that.
Yeah.
But yeah. So it's funny enough.
Because I haven't watched it yet.
Say again, sorry, Pete.
Is that the video you just uploaded?
Yeah, I just did it today. Yeah.
Just before I come onto here, there's a notification. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, there's that one. It's funny because after I did that, and she went, "Oh, so do you want to see the video?" She was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Have you put it live?" I went, "Yeah, it's gone live and everything." She's like, "Oh, okay." She goes, "So how many people have said you're punching above your weight, being married to me?" And I went, "Nobody yet." I thought for good old Gary, the Blu-ray collector, he's just like, "Yeah, I have to agree with your wife." I'm like,
she does well to go on there.
That's we've met her, so that's just a given, mate.
It's true, you have met her. Yes, this is true.
Yeah.
I forgot I dragged her around to Birmingham. Yes. And I dragged you around Birmingham with your bad legs to get some piss poor fish and chips on that night.
Oh,
So anyway,
curry chips are rough, man.
I enjoyed them, but then again,
You weren't sharing a room with Jamie.
no, this is true. Yeah,
Are you going to
not
plan
at
to meet up again?
all. I'd like to, but I just think it's getting
Quite
everybody.
difficult, wasn't it?
Airbnb mansion with a home cinema for the whole long weekend. That can't be that expensive between, say, 10 of us.
Tell you what,
Yeah.
Pete, you look into it and make sure it's in the middle of the country because obviously I've got to turn up. You know, I would say, oh, we'll go to London for the weekend. Oh, yeah, no bother. It's like an hour down the road for you. It's like a day's journey for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've got to start the journey in like on horseback because we don't have cars up here. I've then got to go into like carts and all that. Yeah, but yeah.
If you read the wrong stone on the side of the road and go to the wrong way, that's 3 days, isn't it?
I know. Yeah, we've still got Roman villas up here. You know what I mean? As soon as we got the Scotland stopped, we have to live in them now.
You got a few good filming locations up there as well, like for the Harry Potter and everything. Because I asked John Mondo if he'd do a little bit of filming up there, because I'm going to Harry Potter World in October and everything.
Yeah.
You sort of forget how big where you are actually is, and he said I'm miles away from it. He said if I ever go there, it's the cathedral. Can't remember the cathedral up there. But yeah,
Well, Harry Potter was filmed at Alnwick Castle.
Yeah.
So Alnwick Castle from here is probably about an hour. From my mum and dad's would be about 45 minutes, or from John's would be about 45 minutes. Because I'm an hour south of where I'm actually from. And then I don't know, is it York or Durham Cathedral that they did the inside of? I don't know.
One of them, yeah, I think it's Durham and everything. But he said he
So
was
I'm closer
miles
to
away.
Durham than I am to Alnwick.
It
And I
might
think
be
I'm
the
closer
other
to
one
Durham than John is. I'm not
Well,
too sure.
I'm lost.
Yeah. So there's kind of like, there's Whitley Bay where John is, and then there's the Tyne, and then there's Sunderland, and then there's Durham, and then there's me and Dalton, and then there's Middlesbrough. So that's kind of where it
Yeah.
is.
You forget how big it actually is.
Yeah. And then I work for North Yorkshire County Council, so I work for the largest county in the country as well. So it's gone from like this to this, and then all this everything else. But yeah, this Blythe Power Station was used as the outside shots from Fiorina, is it from Alien 3? I've forgotten the name of it, but the outside shot is that, and obviously Ridley Scott was born in South Shields and he moved to Teesside, so there's that kind of connection with him as well. And then Bamborough Castle is the castle they used for Michael Fassbender's Macbeth.
Yeah. So you got a few. It might be an idea for a video one day.
Perhaps. I'm trying to think what else is there. And obviously St James's Park from the film Goal is obviously the obvious one.
Was it Solo they filmed at Fawley's Power Station down here? So it was either Solo or Rogue One. They filmed some of it down here.
Rogue One was at Pancras Station, wasn't it?
I don't know. All I know is Fawley Power Station has all been taken down. It was just across the walk from me, and there was a X-wing fighter there and all sorts of shit. So
I was saying, the part in 1917 where he walks into like a blazing little village, and then he's getting chased, isn't he? And then he jumps over the bridge and into the water, and he goes down the water.
Yeah.
Well, the bit where he jumps over the bridge is all CGI'd and then green screened. But the bit when he's in the water, that's the Tees barge over here. Well, not here, but like in Middlesbrough area. And it's like where they all do all the kayaking and everything. But obviously they then green screened at either side, so the bit of what he's going down was filmed in Teesside area. So there you go.
Interesting, yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, there's more filming locations down south, I think, than there is up here. Oh yeah, and of course there's the Hadrian's Wall, which has got the Robin Hood tree from Prince of Thieves. When that young kid runs up it, doesn't he? At the beginning of the Kevin Costner one. That's at Hadrian's Wall. But yeah, there you go. And shall we jump in the comments in, because I'm just babbling on as I always do. So we've got Hey Magpie, hope you're doing well. Looking forward to the live stream. Hi to Carlinio9, of course, who I also watch regularly now. An incredibly great Blue tuber in the Blu-ray community. Keep doing what you're doing. Both of you guys are both delivering great content. And Pete, obviously. Let's not forget about Pete. Not even in there.
No.
And then we've got
Batman.
the Batman's here.
Batman.
And then the arsehole himself is here.
Oh, Robbie, a sexy bugger.
And then we've got Alan Scouser, Mr. Horror
Alan.
Channel himself. And we've got Bristolian Dave. All right, my babbers, how we doing? And then we've got Matt H. What was the last film you all saw? Carl.
What
was
was
the
this
last
one
one?
fair? Because I knew this one was going to come up.
So what was it? Oh, the new Arrow Madhouse. Okay.
Look how decent that cover looks. That looks quite a good movie to watch, doesn't it?
Okay, yeah. So Rottweiler on the stairs with a woman with a knife, yeah?
Oh, it's total crap. Absolute rubbish. Honestly. It's the worst film I actually own. It's about a twin sister, and it just did not make sense. You know, the twin sister, well, I can't really say it because it's all to do with the ending. There's a little bit of a twist in there as well, but just did not make any sense.
Was it an 80s one?
Yeah, 1981.
Okay.
Yeah, I bought that in the sale. It's possibly the worst movie I actually own. And the
Well,
other
What am I thinking of that film with a Jack in the Box Joker going like that out the screen?
No,
No?
no,
I'm sure there's a film called Madhouse like that.
no, I haven't seen that one. And that one we watched just sort of the day before Madhouse, and that was a lot better.
I heard nothing happens in that film.
It comes at night. It's more to do with like human nature. It's a bit like what do you call it?
Morning Wood. You don't know where it comes from.
It's a bit like oh, mine's gone blank.
The Happening? No?
No, what's the one that you? No, I've forgotten it. That is
Oh no!
Oh,
Where's Jamie Fallon now?
yeah.
Oi, Pal just posted up his pickups and posts right in the middle of our live stream. Try and take our thunder.
Something about human nature. Come on then. What else happens in the other one?
Well, this one is it's a bit like a Parasite. That's it. You know, you expect Parasite to be a certain movie, and it's totally different.
Right.
A bit like this one.
Does that
Without
one
giving
open
a
up
big play.
with the burying somebody in the front?
Yeah.
I think. Okay, I've watched the beginning of it then.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of reviews I saw for that. It comes at night, and there's like,
Yeah.
but nothing happens in the film.
No, you expect it to be something that's coming at night, but it's not. It's more of a end of the world disease thing.
Okay.
So,
What would you give it out of 10?
out of 10, I'd probably give that about a 6 or 7, just over halfway.
Okay.
It wasn't the best, but it wasn't rubbish.
Well, you watched anything last night? Or recently?
Yeah, Uncharted.
Okay.
Okay.
Yum. Cookie cutter. It was okay. Mark Wahlberg is about as plastic as it gets, but you still expect Tom Holland just to go, and he doesn't. But he still does the same moves.
I mean, that movie worked. That was quite a good, fun film to watch, but it definitely was wrongly cast.
Mm.
I feel, if you compare it to the games, but it was still watchable.
I still haven't seen it.
It's total vanity casting. I can get the biggest star in the world, so why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
No, it needs to be somebody of the right fucking age, But I enjoyed it. I won't pay full price for it when I buy it because I did it on streaming. But
yeah,
we'll see.
And last night I watched The Northman.
Oh, okay.
I didn't really want to watch it because I hate The Lighthouse. I hate The Witch, and obviously Robert Eggers' third film is this one. And a lot of people have watched it and went, if you're expecting to go and see Gladiator, it's not Gladiator. So I watched it over the last 2 nights. So it was 2 sittings I took to watch it. It was funny because I put it on the thing on Facebook last night. I'm watching it, and Jamie messaged me and went, "You've turned it off after half an hour, haven't you?" And I was like, "I'm actually quite enjoying it." And then it finished, and I was like, "That was better than I expected." Purely because I don't like the director's style and stuff. Because obviously you've got The Witch where they're speaking Old English. I think I would have preferred the Witch if it was spoke not in Old English. And The Lighthouse, I would have liked if it was never made. But this one, it's really good. It's I enjoyed it. I'll give it like a 7.5 out of 10.
You got such a hard on of hate for that lighthouse. Why?
Have you watched it?
Yeah.
No.
It's you got to give that a watch. It's
I
a hard one
watched
to
it
watch.
for that very reason, because you hate it so much. I haven't watched it.
Weird is the word I'd use. Don't get me wrong, Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe in it are absolutely brilliant. When I did my review of it ages and ages ago when I first started YouTube, I said it was if the actors, basically they were both good in it, but I just hated the film. Is what I basically said. I just don't like it. It was just weird. I think it was the words these. It was just weird. It's just basically about two blokes in a lighthouse who lose their mind because of isolation. That's basically it, I think.
Yeah.
I'll just get rid of a spam user. There we go. But yeah, no, the Northman. It was, yeah. You had all the stereo. Have you seen it, Carl?
I'll get rid of your scam one.
Paul, don't worry, Paul's in control. He's done it already. So.
It's all right. I heard that. I've got rid of it all. Charlize Theron is making an appearance on my streams. You know what I mean? How lucky am I? It's really nice. No, but with the Northman, it was a lot better than I expected it to be. But it had all the relevant cameos that are going to be in it. So Willem Dafoe was in it because he's in The Lighthouse, and that Yorkshire guy who was in The Witch, who was like the father. He's in it as well, because I was like, I recognise that voice, but he's actually trying to put like a Danish, Icelandic kind of accent, but you can still hear it's like proper Yorkshire underneath it. But yeah, I watched that, and then I started watching Species again since I got the box set after I'd watched that.
That's a movie I need to rewatch. I've seen 1 and 2. 2 was terrible. I haven't seen that third one, but then, I mean, those sets you're coming out with, I mean, they do look pretty nice.
The set's lovely. It's a bit like Avatar, isn't it? It looks brilliant, but it's a shit.
Yeah, I know. It's like the Anacondas you had. The first one, I remember seeing that at the cinema and everything, but, you know, do you get it? I mean, it would go brilliantly alongside, I know what you did last summer, and
Urban Legend. Yeah, I mean, I think I kind of technically only got Anaconda because it goes along with it. Because from my last memory, I don't think I liked Anaconda. I think I watched it, and then the John Voight eye wink at the end, I was like, oh. And obviously, when you've got David Hasselhoff in one of the sequels, you know you've gone downhill, really, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
But no, I've only seen Species 1. I haven't seen 2, 3, or 4. But it's funny, as you go through the box set, as I did on my video, it's like Natasha Hendricks, Nesta Hendricks, somebody else, and then just some random blonde with boobs. Looks
That's
like
kind of what they do. I think that's what all it was about. The boobs and the blondes.
Nothing wrong with a blonde with boobs.
Which have you seen me naked? Like, okay.
Who hasn't seen you naked?
The wife. That's why I married her. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I think Species is one of those films that you always remember and go, is that the one with that lass who gets her boobs out? Whenever you were younger, that's the reason I think everybody watched it, because it was just like, oh, this girl gets her boobs out or something. That's what I always remember. It was the same with, because it came out at that time, it was like Wild Things as well, when Denise Richards got hers out and things like that.
Remember in school and you discovered the Emmanuel films and you're like, ooh.
Oh yeah, with the old wicker chair.
Yeah. And Bush.
Yeah. Indiana Jones used to go down there with his big machete to get through there.
Thanks, Popcorn and Horror. Just subscribe to me. Thank you. I'll be straight back at you.
So, yes. Anyway, moving on. Alan's he watched Belfast last night. I was quite disappointed with it. Now, I haven't seen it.
I like it. I haven't seen it yet. I've still got it to watch.
I like the look of it. Has to be said. I do like the look of it.
It's about 86 minutes long, isn't it?
I've no idea. The only thing that disappoints me that I've never said this. So if you look at the actual cover of the artwork on the Blu-ray, there's that older guy, that old Irish guy, and he's got a flat cap on, and it looks like he's been photoshopped into that picture. So if you've got it to hand there, have a look at the older guy with the flat cap on, and does it not look like he's been photoshopped? Yeah, that guy there, second from second from the 12 certificate. You see him?
His face isn't the same way as the hat, is it?
Yeah, it just doesn't. It just looks Photoshop.
It's like his eyebrows are like too far up there.
I've never seen it. It's supposed to be quite good though.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Belfast is another Rob Busters that I've got to watch, as well as Morbius and what other one did he send me? Sent me more. No, he's always Firestarter, the new Firestarter.
Oh yeah, Firestarter. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm intrigued to watch Morbius just to see how rubbish it is, to be honest. So Anthony's here as well. Hey, Anthony's coming on. Asked if he was coming along to watch it. He said he was. So he says, "Evening, gents, just popping on to be social." Thanks, Anthony. And we also have the Mr. Eels, the sexy Mr. Lee Eels, is here with evening. Eels. He'll be quite happy because the Spurs beat Burnley 1-0 today. And yeah, did you see that message in the chat? He was like, "If your lot beat Arsenal on Monday, I'll buy you that Event Horizon Steelbook." I'm like, all right, okay, no pressure then. Brilliant. Yeah. So, but yeah, that Event Horizon
now. Turned it around, haven't they?
Oh yeah, it's been nothing short of a miracle that Eddie Howe's performed. Considering we're the first team, I think. Now, could be wrong here, but the first team that hasn't won in their first 14 games and not been relegated. I think it's the first time in the Premier League history. So, yeah, I'm really happy with Eddie Howe, and then next season, just build on that with all the money, bottomless pit that we've got of money. But hopefully, it'll have to stick to FIFA fair play regulations and everything. So, we'll see what happens. But I'm just happy. I don't care where we finish now because it's kind of like that entry into the new thing. You know, survival. That was it. I'm happy with that. And we'll just see who we're going to sign in the summer, really. It's Lee's even put here. I will, mate. You have it in black and white now. No pun intended, Lee. No pun intended. And I'm very happy to say that even Evander is here. Thank you very much for coming in, Evander. Love Evander. Great guy. I video chatted with him on, was it Friday, Evander, or was it Thursday? I can't remember. Because he was like, how's things going at your end, Paul? I was just like, right, I can't really text everything, so I'll ring you and tell you what the crack is. He was like, oh, okay. So, yeah, I don't think he expected that, but hello, Evander. And Pete's here as well. So, hello to you, Pete. But no one's commenting. It's quite interesting, this, because sometimes you get loads of comments, and you're like, you can't catch up with them, and sometimes you don't get any comments, which is interesting. So, we'll just crack on with the conversation then. So, Carl, tomorrow is Blu-ray Monday.
Yeah.
Have you got anything pre-ordered that's arriving or anything like that?
I don't think so, no. What have I got pre-ordered? I don't know why I'm getting into these steelbooks. I don't even really like steelbooks that much, but I've got so many on order. I've got the Bridge on the River Kwai.
Okay.
I've got the Batman.
Yep.
There's a few other Wild Things. That's coming out soon. That big set. I haven't seen that one.
That's the period piece.
Yeah. Got Wild Things on pre-order. I'm really looking forward to Top Gun Maverick.
You know, it's funny. I want to see Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Sorry, the multiverse, as the Americans say. And my mate was, right, you and I after this, we're going to go and see Top Gun. I'm just saying, I'm not really that bothered about it because although the first one's all right, I'm not that bothered. He said, we're going to go and see it. But it's been getting rave reviews, hasn't it?
That's, yeah.
100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
My only concern with that movie is going to follow exactly the same as the original. You've got a crash, you've got the volleyball, it pretty much goes on the same. You've got a love interest, it's...
Yeah, I mean, is it all going to be around Goose's son? Is that right?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And he going there and him blaming Tom Cruise's Maverick character for killing his dad.
Killing his dad, yeah.
So basically what's going to happen is Tom Cruise is then going to become his adopted father towards the end of the film, and everyone's going to live happily ever after.
something like that. I really don't know. I mean, the budget situation is amazing on that movie. It's ridiculous. I think the budget for Top Gun was, I don't know whether it's 13 or 30 odd million. This one's like over 160 odd million. Back in 1986, wasn't it? So the original.
Poor old Tony Scott, innit? Ridley's brother.
Yeah.
Killed himself.
He did.
San Francisco Bridge.
He started to make plans for that movie in Top Gun Maverick in 2010, and then took his own life in 2012.
Yeah. I mean, I just saw interview with Tom Cruise was on there for the Queen's Jubilee, and he was saying he'd only come back if it felt right. Because everyone asked him to do a sequel, and obviously then it was right, and he came back. But it's been delayed 2 years now, hasn't it?
Yeah, 2 years waiting for that. I've got a cracking intro for that one. I am going to get the YouTube book thrown at me so much.
Is it? I saw a clip of you with your top off. Is it going to be 18 plus?
It's the volleyball scene. But It's the whole volleyball scene. You know what YouTube's like? Over 30 seconds. That's it.
That's all the cooking oil's gone in. He's rubbed it in.
That's it. There's one thing I actually noticed about that. Playing it back. For me, it looks perfect. But everyone else is brown, and I'm white.
Yep. Yeah, it's every time I go swimming here at the local here, everybody's got to wear sunglasses when I get my Adonis out. You know what I mean? That's ridiculous. What we got here?
What is actually out tomorrow? Anyway,
I don't actually know.
Half a Life of Kung Fu, which is brilliant, Jackie Chan. Human Lanterns, Hero, Fire Sale, Girls Night Out, Beverly Hills Cop 2, 4K, which is a pile of shit. Too Beautiful to Die, The Last Kingdom Series 5, Dogs Out, which looks shit, Marry Me's out, which is shit. One with Apocalypse, that's what I want to see. And I mean this, if anybody shows on YouTube that they've bought that Dr. Dolittle 3D, I will hunt you down and kill you. If anyone pays £35 for a 3D version of that piece of shit, I will hunt you down. I don't want any sales happening of that.
There is a film coming out tomorrow that Big Paulie messaged me about today because he knows I like me Sunny Asia, and it's something like The War or the what's it called?
Hero?
No, hang on, let me just check what it was. It's like a Asian war film.
The Battle of Lake Changjin.
That's the one. Yes, I watched the trailer for it. It looked quite good.
Bit like 800.
Yeah, you know I love 800. It's a fantastic film, 800. As well as The Swordsman. Frontline was good as well. So yeah, I'll probably see if I can find that on the cheap at CX or something when it comes out. But yeah, that's the only one that I know that I'm interested in coming out, basically.
The week after, it's good. You got the 4K Candyman next week.
The original one, Arrow release.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to bring up. I was going to bring this up, really. If you own Candyman do you upgrade? And if you do upgrade, do you keep the original Blu-ray? Do you get rid of it? It's very.
Give it to me.
Well, yeah,
I mean, Candyman. I'll be honest. I haven't seen the original all the way through. I enjoyed the sequel, the newest one. But of the things, if something comes out in 4K, I already have it on Blu-ray, and it's a film that I really, really like, then I'll upgrade it somewhere not down the line, not straight away, because I'm not going to watch it straight away, because if it's a favorite film of mine, I've watched it thousands of times anyway, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But with regards to the Arrow stuff, it's like I wanted to get Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. I've never owned the Blu-ray, but it came out obviously 4K, and I just waited till the X came in stock, and it was £10. So I picked that up, and then I want to get American Werewolf in London 4K, but I've got the box set, which is all they've done is exactly the same. It's just replaced the Blu-ray Amaray with the 4K Amaray,
4K,
and then But I like to have it 4K and Blu-ray. So it's like when Justice League, when I got my CX vouchers, I bought the Blu-ray as well because I wanted to be able to. Because where I'm upstairs here in this little workspace stroke, my movie room or whatever, I don't have a 4K telly here. So if I wanted to watch Justice League up here, I can't. I've got to go downstairs to watch it 4K.
It's handy to have the two, isn't it?
So when it comes to the Arrow ones, it will be a case of, for example, the RoboCop ones come out. I do want to have the RoboCop in 4K. What I will probably do is sell my box set, buy the standard Amaray with the 4K, and then just put the two of them together somehow. I think that's what I would personally do. But I guess it's all down to personal preference, isn't it? I mean,
it just really bugs me that I've got two of the same films. It's like in Star Wars. You've got them Zabby Steelbook Star Wars that I've got, which are going for a fortune on eBay now. And then I bought Big Paulie's set in 4K. Well, it just bugged me having them both.
So which Savvy exclusive ones are going for big money on thing, you know?
Steelbooks.
Yeah, the Steelbooks.
The hang on.
He's got them. He's gonna flog them.
These ones?
No.
Not these 4K ones, no?
No, they're not 4K. They're standard Blu-ray.
Oh right, okay.
And then I bought Big Paulie's Star Wars set, all the 4Ks. But it really bugs me having the 4Ks, and you've got two of the same film basically. I'm running out of space anyway.
Yeah, well, I've still got...
definitely the one guy to be preaching to on that one. I have multiple versions of all sorts of shit.
Considering I've got like a version of Gladiator that's showed me video earlier on, I don't think I can complain.
No, that's
because I've still got.
I've got in CX when I bought Free Guy in 4K and Blu-ray at the same time.
Because you still wanted that one, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one that's Savvy, you bastards. They ruined that one for me. They lost it in the box, and they just refunded me. Said we got none left. I'm like, can't.
Yeah.
That's quite a lot of money. That's about 40 odd quid on eBay.
But that one.
Some
That's
things
like a CX.
See, I would never even sell this because it's
That's like a tenner
Star Wars. Yeah, probably. But yeah, you're right. I've got all of them in because I still got that big, you know, the Star Wars box set that everyone sees with Anakin with the shadow of Darth Vader on the front and all that. I still got that there. But then I've got the only steel books.
The
only steel books I've got are the original trilogy. The rest are just in Amaray cases because I wasn't bothered with that. And I got that replacement magnet for Empire because I hated that Darth Vader face on it. I've still got my empty replacement steelbook as well. The one that the scratch. It's just empty.
Empty, yeah.
I didn't even think there was any problems with it, to be honest with you. I mean,
I traded mine in. I swapped over the disc and traded it in, and CX took it. I got like 23 quid trading on that.
it's just an empty. It's just an empty case, no?
Yeah. I just don't know why they don't make. Why don't they put the movies in like the old CD cases, music CD ones? Just so much.
Yeah, because the whole thing with Arrow as well, it's not like they've added anything extra to the box sets that they've got. It's exactly the same, but with a 4K disc instead of a Blu-ray disc.
Yeah.
You would have thought they might just reintroduce it because it means if people want to collect that, they're going to have two box sets of the same shit.
Yeah.
Have some imagination. Like, remember Crocodile Dundee 1 and 2, and they came out on that DVD and the Blu-ray, and you pulled the top and bottom, and it came out like that.
They did that with a Coldplay album, the Coldplay CD, live.
Have some bit of imagination when it comes to unboxing stuff.
Yeah.
That would make people buy more sexy stuff, in my opinion.
Yeah. It would. I mean, it's like that Goonies one I got. It's a treasure chest, and it opens up. And everything. Yeah. That's right, and it's about that thick, It's
it's like what was it?
Take over more of the house with more shelves. Don't worry what the missus says. Just take over more shelves.
That's what I'm worried about if I ever get that Gladiator VHS one, because it's obviously like a cardboard. Open it up, and then you've got the making of, and then the CD, then the VHS, and all that. And the wife's like, "Why do you want the VHS? We don't have VHS." I'm like, "Because I need it for a presentation piece." You're not doing any presentations, but no, you don't understand. You just go off, do your running, and eat my cookies. Let me get me Gladiator stuff. She's never watched Gladiator. Considers my favourite film, and we've been married since 2010. She's never watched it. And I was just like, we've got to watch it. And I watched it again the other night, and I was like, it's got snakes in it, and she hates anything to do with snakes. I'm just like, ugh. So I can't watch it. So, yeah.
I remember that being made just up the road from me.
Gladiator?
Jefferson Studios.
All right, well, okay, but it wasn't at an actual like location near where you are.
No.
It was because that was because it wasn't it filmed in Malta and Morocco and stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of CGI, wasn't it? With
Yeah, because they only did like half a stadium or a third of it, and then they built the rest of it out. I always remember that when my dad got that DVD of it import from the States, and it's when he had his like 5-speaker thing, and I'd turn it up full belt when they're doing the first proper fight scene in the Colosseum, when he goes as one, and all the barbarians are going round on the horse and carriages and everything. I just remember that, and I think combined with loving it back in 2000 when I saw it at the cinema, to my dad having it full belt, I was like, oh, so I can't wait till the kids move out. I can change this. See, this is I keep saying this. This room here is going to be a spare room. Well, it's a bed in here anyway, but then move it downstairs, because downstairs is what used to be the garage, which the garage is now over there, and then move that because it's the kids' toy area. Get rid of all their shit, and then just put loads of. I don't want an overhead projector. I just want to get a 4K telly on the wall, soundbar, so the wife can just have all her friends over there. I can close the door. I can put full blast soundbar on and everything. That's my plan. A couple of things there.
Get a short throw laser TV.
You what?
Get a short throw laser TV.
Pete, I can't even afford a DVD at the moment. I mean, I'm thinking here in the future when the two things are that the kids have to be old enough to not have any toys and everything, and both my parents have to die, so I have to get the inheritance. Those are the two things. So, in grief comes happiness, I think.
No, that's a bit of a wanker wish list there, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. Well, my mum came down. My mum came down after the kids on Thursday, and she said, "Oh, next door's just put his house up for sale." I'm like, "He's only moved in about a couple of years ago." She goes, "He's been there 10 years." I'm like, "Has he?" She's like, "Yeah." Goes, got snapped up straight away. I goes, "Well, how much is it on for?" She goes, "Oh, 425. I was like, "Really?" I said, "So how much is your?" So I was like, "How much is your house worth then?" Because yours is a bit bigger and it's on a corner. She's like, "Yeah, well, it must be." I said, "It must be like 450 and all that." I'm thinking, well, I'm the only child, but they both have to die together in a freak accident. So
careful, Paul, you're live.
Yeah, that's true. Yes.
Yeah, we'll talk later.
Yeah, we'll see what can happen. But yes, anyway, yeah, quickly moving on before I get done for attempted homicide, like murder. Peter, keep pedaling so the electric don't go out.
Yeah, tell me about it, mate. I had to replace a whole freezer of fucking food.
Well, what happened? Like,
the electric went out for 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's like I was saying in my last video. I have a contract with British Gas and that. I have a breathing machine that helps me, keeps me alive at night, right? So they are fully aware that I have to have electricity at night. So it's a medical emergency thing. They don't know that I can just about do without it if I have to. So as soon as the electric goes out, it should on their systems alert them that they need to bring a power pack to my house. 1, the emergency number that you have, they didn't answer at all. 2, didn't hear a peep from them for 2 days. So absolutely failed on every level. British Gas, you're a bunch of wankers.
So have you contacted them and made a complaint or anything?
Oh yeah, it goes nowhere. Fucking useless wankers.
That's
all of
terrible.
Them. It's just a joke. It's like, but I mean, you see some woman in her 80s or 90s, it's like that.
Yeah, if you're on your own.
Probably dead.
Just to check, Pete, you haven't promised everybody all your films when you die, have you?
Yeah,
who works for, and does he know the number for British Gas? Has he secretly rang them?
Probably.
Yeah.
I know he's bold, but apparently you're not allowed to say that anymore, because it's sexual harassment.
What, being bald?
Being told you're bold,
Yeah,
apparently is sexual harassment now.
Well, people used to say to me when I was younger, "Oh, you got ginger hair, you ginger." I'm like, "No, it's African sunset." I'm like, "You remember the beginning of The Lion King when the sun comes up? That's the colour of my hair."
That's a bit of a stretch, mate.
Fuck you.
Anytime, any place, anywhere.
Well, I tried in Birmingham, but you said no because you had Jamie. So.
Well, no, you already had Rob's up there.
No, this is true. Yes.
I've got picture proof of that.
Yes. Okay, let's quickly move on. Right here, Rob's here now. Look, right, Rob. Right.
Just gonna let my daughter in the front door, mate. Find my keys.
What have I done?
Right. What have you done? Well, I don't know. Let me guess. Jim fixed it for me.
Did he fix it?
He did.
When I was I see you in the lobby earlier. So I see you weren't almost ready. So I sneaked in, Solid Snake style, changed it and jumped out.
Can you change it back now for next week?
Yes.
Bet do. You're gonna say a little call anyway.
I did say hello, I waved.
You did.
Yeah. Okay.
I did. I'll have to
You're
go
not
and say
finished?
I thought I'd just say hello because I'm still at work.
You'll what?
I'm still at work, so
Okay. Have you got any more movies for us?
no.
I'm still waiting on The Northman, even though I've already watched it. I still want to have a copy of it.
But I'll sort your Top Gun out later.
Have you got Top Gun, have you?
I had it for ages.
Yeah, a good copy though.
Oh. Why am I that way? Oh,
Don't know.
what? Yeah.
Is it a good copy of Broderick?
It's all right, I think. Well, look, I don't deal with copies. Well, I'll have to love you or leave you.
Okay. Thanks
Later.
for coming, Rob.
Bye.
He's gone now.
Oh no, he's driving. He'll crash.
Oh dear me. This is what happens when you go live, Carl. Anything could happen. Do you know what I
Anything
mean?
can happen.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go live tomorrow.
Oh, bicentennial man, by the way.
Oh, well, we're not there yet. I haven't got there yet. Yes. So anyway, Carl, promote yourself.
Me?
Yes. You said you're going live tomorrow.
Oh yeah, it's just the competition update. I'm gonna press that. It's Jamie Powell. He went live, didn't he? And he pressed that little button that says go live. I know you need the whole StreamYard stuff, and I have signed up for that, and I will do that possibly in the summer. It's the confidence situation. But tomorrow I'm going to press that live button on that tablet and see what happens.
There you go, Pete. Oh, Jesus. You can't even get the bloody co-host these days. Yeah, the whole thing as well about going live is it's not about the confidence. It's about having the ability to talk without shutting up. I think for me,
yeah,
is because you're relying on people to comment, and if they don't, then you're kind of talking to yourself and look a bit of a loony.
That's why I thought I'd do a competition update, because then I can talk about that, and then hopefully no one will be watching anyway.
Yeah. So how much have I won?
If I mess up.
How much have I won?
Did I?
Yeah.
I think
Is what?
I entered the competition, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Pete, we've both won.
Both in.
I'll make it worth your while. Yeah.
Yeah, both won.
Yeah, we've both won. He's going to answer us winning tomorrow.
Right.
Can you imagine if he did draw it tomorrow, me and Pete won? But that would be really dodgy.
Yeah,
I was going to do it live, and you just probably make a right mess of it.
Yeah. Well, no, you wouldn't. You've got to have a bit of confidence in you, Carl. You don't get 1,000 subscribers without having it, son.
Yeah.
But 1,000 people don't watch.
Listen, that is the bizarre thing. Is like I've got 700, he's got 600, you've got 1,000. But like I could do a video and it'll only have like 200 views, and you're like, so where's the other 500 people? Do they just click subscribe and then just not watch them?
It's amazing. It's like a good friend of mine, Chris, over in America, I met through YouTube and everything. And lockdown really worked for him. He was only on about, well, I say only, but he was only on about 2,000 subscribers. And then during the lockdown, I mean, he is so professional at reviews, and that's all he does. And during lockdown, it really worked for him. He's on 36,000 subscribers now. And he's such a nice guy. He's helped me with my cameras and stuff like that. But he doesn't get 36,000 people watching. You know, on a good review, he might get sort of 5,500 watching who's watched it. So where's the other 30-odd thousand? Yeah, it's quite bizarre.
Having a life.
Probably, yeah. But I guess it's a bit like those people who, when you get a letter through the post saying your car insurance is running out, but it'll automatically renew, and there'll be a lot of people who'll be like, whatever, I'll just let it automatically review. And
that's it,
renew.
yeah.
Whereas the other people will be like doing it. It's similar to subscribe. You'll subscribe to it and just let it go off in the background. Whereas others subscribe to it and don't want to watch it.
And I think you benefit YouTube in the winter rather than the summer. Obviously, summer everyone's out and all that. In the winter everyone's stuck indoors. So I think I do a little bit better in the winter than the summer.
I'll be honest. I've lost the get up and go to do it. Really, I mean, it just kind of like. There's a lot of things going on in the background. I know you have stuff doing in the background. I've got stuff going in the background, Pete, and everything. And sometimes YouTube, I'm just like, you know what? I can't be honest. I don't have the motivation to do it.
I feel exactly the same. You know, it's difficult. You know my personal life and stuff like that, and it's so difficult. And like with the editing and stuff like that, and you do feel like that. But then you start to think, well, I mean, you've been on YouTube. I've known you it'll be 2 years now.
Coming up, yeah.
All that goes to waste, and you're such well recognised in the community. So if you do it just for the community and the friends in the community, sort of thing, and I know exactly what you mean. But I said to Stacey, I've come so far. It's almost like you can't give up.
Yeah, I mean, I've said it before. Even if I finish the YouTube channel tomorrow and I couldn't be bothered to do any more videos, I've still met a lot of people who aren't going to disappear. Even if the YouTube channel does, say, for example, a year down the line after I quit today, I come to Southampton or around the South Coast, I'll probably give you... Yeah, well, that wouldn't bother me that I'm not filming anything.
No.
I'm not the kind of person who goes into a shop.
If you came to Southampton and didn't knock my door, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A bit like Carl and Jamie.
But I was going to make that Top Gun Maverick my last video and everything. That's how close it's got, because the time is ridiculous. There is no time, and if there is time, you're thinking about your next video, what to do, and stuff like that. And it's, but I think I'll carry on. I'm at a crossroads.
Just having ideas to do stuff. I mean, there was a time when I went through every video I did. I used to do a new funny intro for each one, and you did the same as well sometimes. But then I just got to the stage of I can't be bothered. I did that one time when I was pretending to be James Corden to do a review of St. Maud, I think it was.
That was brilliant.
And
the amount of hard work that went into that.
Yeah, and you were only there for like 30 seconds, and you get like 10 people watching. I'm like, cheers, thank you, Yeah. But it's kind of realizing who you're doing it for. I think for me, I did it because I have a love for film, a love for buying stuff, although I'm not buying stuff anymore. It's, I don't know, it's just having the motivation to do it. It's
like my Monday unboxings. I think it was Kermit's Ghost that said to me, you must be really rich, the amount of money you're spending on those box sets every Monday. And you go away and you think, it's got a point. It's not cheap, is it? It's
No, because I started the YouTube channel and I just went through all the stuff I had. But then you start joining the Facebook groups and see people buying this and people buying that. And you go, well, I don't have that. If they've got that, I want that. And I've got to have this. I've got to have what they have, and so on and so forth. And that's why I've kind of just stopped.
Yeah.
That, and obviously things going on in the background.
And yeah. I think the thing that keeps me going is I've met so many people over 2 years I connected with, and they've gone. They've disappeared. Don't see them anymore. And I don't know. It's like there's one guy.
We've been in contact with all of those people, and it's because they don't like you.
Probably. But yeah, no. I've seen so many people disappear, and it's a shame, really. But
everyone's life's different. I mean, you got these guys that buy £60 box set here and there. They're the ones that live with their mum. They're the ones that don't probably pay rent, have a little job in a corner shop, and their life is doing this kind of stuff. I have a 15-year-old child that is surgically implanted in my wallet. You have 2 children. You have a lot going on. Carly, you have a lot going on. I mean, some days I can barely get out of bed for the pain I'm in, but you still try and do it as much as you can.
Yeah.
I mean, at the moment, I do Mondays and Fridays, actual videos. I don't always get my Friday one out on time, but it's fine. It's getting the time as well to gather the information that I put out there. That takes some time as well, just to get the covers together, let alone anything else. And then the editing part for me is a couple of hours because I'm not the best at editing. I've got a long way to go when it comes to editing. It's having that time, but
that's what
I can't leave them sat downstairs on our own all the time, because it's totally antisocial. Yes, I like my little space up here, but I've got a cracking missus, so you want to play with that as well. So
I think Jake out the right thing when he said to me when I visited him in Bournemouth and Paulie, in that he said, He keeps his mistakes in the videos rather than where I take mine out. He keeps his in, and that would probably be a lot easier. But I don't know. You just want that video to be
perfect. Yeah, you do. Yeah.
If you don't think it's right, if you wouldn't watch it, then why stick it out there, sort of thing? You know, it's
You've seen some of my videos. God, even I wouldn't watch half the stuff I do. Christ.
they're all right. I do. I think they're fine.
I turned off my recording halfway through my last video, so I had to put a bit in the middle. Technical difficulties. Put on a bit of music, cut the second part of the video in. I'd already done the bloody picking out the name, but none of that recorded. So I was like, I could balls up my last video.
And I do all of mine on that. Every single one of my videos I do on that. I wouldn't have a clue how to do it on the laptop. It's just. Yeah. I mean, you've got like a proper square like light behind you, haven't you, Carl?
Yeah, I've got that one there, that one up there. It's made a lot of difference, but
yeah, they're remnants of his porn film days, isn't they? That's what that is.
Yeah, get a bit hot actually under the old lights, but yeah, I've got all the thing. I've got the Canon M50 camera. Yeah, that wasn't cheap.
So what do you edit it on then? The laptop?
That goes all in 4K, and then you film it. Then you take the SD card out, you stick the SD in the card in the computer, and all the decent clips, you knock it over to the iPhone, and then you use iMovie.
Okay, so you film it on one, but edit it on something else. Right.
And I put it on the computer, the SD card in the computer, then take your good clips onto the iPhone, and then you put it.
So how do you transfer it across from the laptop to the iPhone then?
That's AirDrop.
Oh, right, okay, I'm with you.
Yeah,
so is it a Mac that you use?
Sorry?
Is it a Mac?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I've watched anything on this phone. It's really fast, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was watching this all the time, and I'm like, I use Resolve on the PC. I mean, my PC's powerful enough to handle it all, but it just takes more time.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time. You know, whatever videos you're doing, whatever genre you're in, you know, whether it's makeup, whether it's fitness, whether it's movies, hats off to everyone, because it's
can't you tell? Mine's makeup and fitness. Can't you tell?
You know, it's not easy.
What was I going to do? Let me see. I feel a bit dark here. I'm going to see if I can lighten up my end here. Oh no!
I've got two of those £5 light strips you get from the pound shop for $5 each. It's like a double folded one. I've got two of those in. That just lights me up enough.
Yeah, that's enough. You're clear.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
I got the ring. I got a ring light as well, but I just can't be asked to ever put that one back up.
I've got two ring lights. I've got one tall one and one on a short kind of 3 tripod kind of stand. Turn that on. There we go. Turn the volume up. There we go. A bit brighter now. Ha ha! Shall we go back to the comments because we're miles behind now?
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll go back to this one here. What's your favourite Robin Williams film?
Bicentennial Man.
Still never seen that all the way through.
It's brilliant.
Are you going to go for the generic Mrs. Doubtfire, Carl?
I think I will be, yeah. Let's go see if there's any others.
I think for me, while you're having a think, it will probably be Awakenings. Or maybe The Fisher King.
1 hour photo, that was weird.
Or 1 hour photo. Oh, he was so good in 1 hour photo. So good in that.
But I've got a few. I don't know which ones to choose.
Hook?
Jumanji.
Yeah, I love Jumanji.
Good Morning Vietnam.
Oh, yeah.
Night at the Museum.
First one, yes. Second and third, no.
Flubber.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it goes downhill then. But yeah, no, it's, I think Mrs. Doubtfire.
It's Jack, and then he did another one, wasn't he? What was the other one he did about being a doctor who had trying to be in comedy with his patients? I forgot the name of that one. Patch Adams, that's right.
Patch Adams, yeah.
Yeah, it has to be Awakenings for me every time. I just think he's amazing in Awakenings. He's just him and De Niro, brilliant. It's not often that someone steams the limelight from Robert De Niro and does it so well, but he did it in that film.
Like Good Will Hunting.
Not a fan of that movie.
No?
No. But yeah, there you go. Right. And he also Lee's also put steel books are the bollocks. We all know Lee loves these steel books. Now this is interesting from Alan. Have any of you guys heard about that new zombie film that a lot of people have read about named The Sadness? That's been on my radar for a while, but it's only on Shudder, the streaming service. But I want to see it. There must be a way to get to see it. Well, there obviously is a way to get to see it.
zombie movies.
Rob, if you're watching this still, The Sadness, please, with subtitles. Thank you, sir. I don't know if it's getting a physical release yet. No, I think it might be in Germany, but then if it gets it in Germany, then it won't have English subtitles. It'll have German subtitles, I'm thinking. That's the problem with when you try to import ones from overseas.
No, it's got English subtitles.
Yeah, that's the one, Carl. Yeah.
It's out May 27th
Over here?
in Germany.
Oh,
And it's English subtitles.
Okay.
It's German and Mandarin audio, so you're looking at English subtitles.
Interesting.
And
But
there's
yes.
a 4K as well.
Oh.
What's
Okay.
the original language on that?
Mandarin.
Could be pretty good. I mean, you had Train to Busan. How good
Yeah.
that
I
was.
thought you could have said English language that you were Mandarin, and you were going to say, "It's a good job I speak Mandarin, isn't it?"
No, I'm not good.
They got Steelbook, 4K Steelbook as well.
Oh, it's one of those things though. For foreign films, is unless you can get it cheap, you don't really spend that much money on a 4K.
32 euros and it's out now.
On what 4K or Blu-ray?
4K Steelbook. It's out now.
It is getting a lot of real reviews. But see, the thing is, with Train to Busan and that, I enjoyed Peninsula, and a lot of people didn't like Peninsula. I've said you've got my Peninsula, haven't you?
I do.
Yes, I sent you
I
Peninsula.
watched it yet.
Because I picked up the 4K because I liked it that much, but that was American, so that was fine. But there's loads of Asian stuff and like foreign stuff and that's out there. A lot of people don't want to watch because they're subtitles, but it's really good.
Yeah,
Like Parasite was excellent.
it
But
was.
people won't watch it because it's subtitled. Like the 800 that I love, the Swordsman that I love, it's all subtitled. But the
That's weird.
excellent films.
The 4K versions are out now, and just the normal Blu-ray's not out till the end of May.
It's the 4K Steelbook, isn't it?
Yeah, the 4K Steelbook and the 4K are out already.
32 euros. So what's that? That's going to be like 30 quid, really, isn't it?
Yeah. And no UK release yet. It's America and Canada as well, and that's it.
It'll come out over here, but it'll probably be DVD over here.
And it's there's a Swiss version, but there's no English audio or subtitles.
It's weird, isn't it? Why leave us out?
Because we're wankers.
He doesn't like this. Good old Lee. Here, Alec Baldwin's making an appearance in Top Gun.
Didn't know that.
No, that was a joke because of it's having a gun in it, and he killed his.
I know.
Okay. Oh, John, yeah, love your channel, Carl. Have you and the
Thank you.
missus recovered from the drinks from the America challenge? Very funny.
Oh, yeah, that was awful.
What was the worst flavour?
I would say, cool. Yeah, it's the sweet corn, bacon.
How you can have bacon flavoured pop?
Oh, it's just got absolute vile. The one I wanted was the dirt flavour, and that did not taste like dirt at all.
What did it taste like?
It's like I don't know, because it was red. It smelled like soil, which was good, but that taste was just like a sweet, flat drink. It was weird. It was like an iron brew, I suppose. In a
So did
way.
you drink them all? Did you have to chuck them down the sink?
Yeah, see, it's such a waste. I wanted that. I waited 2 years for that video because no one would ship anywhere because of COVID, and yeah, they went down the sink afterwards. It was such a waste. That cost me under
Hey,
80 quid.
That's what the
How
charity
much?
box outside
180
Sainsbury's
quid.
for.
180 quid for that.
Yeah,
So how much was shipping then?
shipping was quite a lot. It was about 40. What was it? Shipping was 80 $82, I think.
Okay. So was that extra $100 for it and then £80 for shipping?
Yeah, it was quite a lot. And it was disappointing, really, because but it was a video. We had a lot of fun.
How do they deliver it? Titanium pigeon or something? Fucking hell,
I know. I wouldn't do it again, but.
Good job you didn't get ordered from Zavi. Otherwise, you would have them all smashed before they turn on the doorstep.
Yeah. No, I must say they were well packed. So, yeah.
I finally got my refund from Zoe this week after a month of bitching at them.
You got your what, sorry?
I was owed 2 refunds from Zavi for like a month.
Was that for the ones that didn't turn up that you washed and sold?
Yeah. So I doubt anyone from Zoe's watching anyway, so yeah.
This is true. Peter put just finished the 2 Sweeney films. Really good film adaptations of the classic. I didn't know they did 2 Sweeney films. I thought he did the one.
I got the first one.
There were 2.
Were there?
It's weird at the moment. So many people that were mainstay of my childhood are gone. You know, so many are dropping dead at the moment.
That's living all right.
Exactly.
That was him, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just checking. I always remember that because it's on the on Phoenix Nights on the back of the car. They're taking the all the Asians to the mosque, isn't it? And they've got it with Max and Paddy are in the van, and isn't it the theme tune for that? No,
don't know.
I don't know.
Okay,
we have taste. We don't watch Phoenix Nights.
Phoenix Nights is quality. What are you on about? Twat. Steve has put, I have the special edition Blu-ray Arrow release of RoboCop. Is the 4K worth the upgrade? As it's see, there's a lot. Yeah, it's exactly the same. I mean, there's a lot of people saying that the 4K is brilliant upgrade. The other people are saying it's a disappointing upgrade. I think for a film like RoboCop, you're not going to get something that looks. I mean, when I invited my mate around the other day and we sat and we watched No Way Home, he'd never seen it before, and he was just like, "That picture is amazing." Because he doesn't have a 4K television, so if we watch a film, so we'll have it around here so we can watch it there on the 4K. And he couldn't believe it, how good it was. But then he would put something like The Shining in it, and you can see that it looks better, but it's not that clear a picture. With RoboCop, I think you'd probably be fine with the Blu-ray, to be honest. If you've got the thing, unless you've got an extra 25, 30 quid, just disposable income, just stick with the Blu-ray.
Stick with the Blu-ray. I think that's what I'm going to do. How horrific was that scene?
Well, the cop
right at the beginning. I mean, it's like I remember watching that as a kid. I was probably underage. I must have been about 16 when I first watched that, and
he blast the hand off. That was good.
And you watch it now.
Yeah. When he blew his hand off, that was just like well, that splat went amazing.
And you just don't. You watch it now, it's like nothing. I don't know whether that's because you've got older or whether the whole film industry's just changed and it's a lot more horrific now. But I remember watching that for the first time and thinking, wow.
Yeah, I remember. I think I was like, how old would I have been? I must have been 15, I think, because I was like, to my mum, I want to watch RoboCop. No, you're not watching it. Well, such and such around the corners watched it, and they're letting them. Fine then, and they watch it, and I'm like, I don't even see the problem with me watching it. It's not like it's going to, alter my brain or whatever to make me think I want to go out and kill somebody. But tell you what irks me is the fact that I really want to get that Dog Soldiers 4K set. Really want to get it, but it's 40 quid from Second Sight. So I thought, but then you've got to pay £3 postage or 4 quid postage. I'm like, right, is it going to get a release on Zavi or HMV or whatever so we can get the free postage? But it hasn't as of yet, and I don't want to be tight, but I don't want to pay 4 quid if I'm going to somehow manage to find 40 quid to pay for the box set.
It's a lot, isn't it?
It is.
It all adds up.
It does. That's why I've waited and done my thing with trading in, and that's how I got the Species box set. I just waited till that came in. One came in, ordered it, and it arrived. Oh, but then you play the gamble with CX, aren't you?
Yeah, and they kind of rip you off, don't they? I mean, that's why I haven't bought Halloween Kills yet, because they're meant to be replacing those later movies from Screen Factory, again with the special editions. I didn't want to buy Halloween Kills in 4K, and then boom, come October they go and replace them all again.
I think the only one Screen Factories are doing is going to be 6, and then H2O, and then Resurrection. Is it Resurrection?
Resurrection, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they're doing. Are they doing the?
I haven't looked, to be honest, and I thought I'd just wait to see what happens.
To be honest, they're probably my favorite editions that I own of any kind of.
Amazing, absolutely amazing.
I think I only bit the bullet when I changed my PlayStation 3 to a multi-region player, and I was just like, right now I can, because then I can watch the TV cuts.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it was pointless before that. What else we got here? We've got Scott the Movie Critic. Hello guys, how's it going? Really happy to be here tonight. Oh, thank you for joining us. We have the bald-headed twat from Bournemouth. Good evening, gentlemen.
Maybe.
How are we this evening? Anyone else seen or going to see Everything Anywhere All at Once? He gave it 10 out of 10.
I watched the trailer, guys. That film looks amazing. Michelle Yeoh's amazing.
That does look good. I'll probably wait till it comes out to watch on the telly, like streaming or something. I think I'd really enjoy it. I know I probably would really enjoy it, but I'm not going to go. I don't really go to cinema that often unless it's for a big blockbuster. I know that's kind of, it kind of is, but I think for me it's more Marvel or the Batman or like that. I don't even know what the next one is. Oh, Jurassic World will be the next one.
Yeah.
I've already messaged me and says, do you want to go? He can't do I was going to do the Friday, he can't do it. Saturday, the wife's out, so it has to be the Sunday. So I've got to wait till the Sunday night to go and see it, sadly. So I'm going to book tickets for that. But yeah.
The way listings are at the moment, only Germany's got that Everything Everywhere listed for August 12th. So you'd have to get it German. But it's 4K and normal as well. The 4Ks are still booked, and the artwork is fucking nuts on it. The artwork is nuts.
Sehr good, yeah?
Very good.
Sehr good. Oh, yeah, that's sehr good.
Well, if you've watched one of my videos, you would have seen me show the actual cover as well. So
I watch your videos all the time. I just don't remember them because I just forget them all the time. Yes, quickly moving on. Scott's also put, are you guys a fan of Bob Dylan? If so, what are your favourite songs of his? I like Times They Are Changing and The Hurricane. I like a bit of Bob, but all the early stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's
I'm dead inside on my trance, man.
Honestly, man, Dylan was good before he went electric. So for me, it would be like, is it Positively 4th Street? Is that the song? Where he's got the video of him holding all the signs and he keeps dropping them? I forgot it. Johnny's on the basement, mixing up the medicine. I'm on the... like that. All over the Watchtower as well. The original. I like that. Yeah. Everyone wants to get stoned. I'm guessing I'm the only one here. Okay.
Yeah, I knew it was coming.
I can just mute him, so I don't really care, Carl.
You're in control.
Yeah, don't put any of that shit on my on the stream, please.
What was that my stream you were saying then, was it?
And Ellie said that, yeah. My channel.
Watch it or get the cock out.
Actually, in that case, can we just...
Well, zoom in. No, you don't need to with me, mate.
I thought I'd do that, yeah. Funny enough, I'm going to see Stephen Fretwell. It's the first gig I'm going to see in like 3 years on the 13th of June. And I'm presuming neither of you guys have ever heard of him.
Nope.
Nope, okay.
I'm going to see Queen in June the 5th.
Is it still with Adam Lambert?
Yeah, it's been delayed for 2 years. And yeah, my first ever gig, that is.
Ever?
48 years old. Still ain't been. And it's all started when I was listening to a radio station and some bloke phoned up on a competition and I think he was like 32, he's never been to a gig. And the presenter was going, you're 32 years old, you've never ever been to a gig. And I thought, bloody hell, I'm 42 years old and never been to a gig. So I said to my daughter, you know, what do you want to see? She said Queen. So I thought, you can't get to 16 without going to
So hang on a minute, go back here, Carl. Now, obviously, I know you've just said you've never been to a gig. So what's the reasoning behind you not doing that then?
Because I thought everybody's been to a gig. I haven't. So
No, but what I mean is, why have you never been to one?
Oh, never really into music, to be fair. Always been
I've
into
been to
films.
pubs for a gig, but I never listened to the music. Too busy fighting.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, never really had a mum and dad not interested in going anywhere like to watch anyone live and stuff. And why
To be
make them
fair,
rich when they're already rich?
My
That sort of
parents
thing.
never took me to any gigs. I think my first ever gig was probably the Blue Tones at Northumbria Uni in, I'm going to say, 95, 96. And then I went to see Blur on the Country House tour. After that, and then I remember the time I used to, like, when I was working, just get NME and just look on lines for other people that I liked to see when they were doing live gig. I've seen Dylan live. I saw him at Newcastle Arena. He was rubbish.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love going to them. Especially, well, to be honest, now as you get older, I don't go to them all the time. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed Ed Sheeran. I saw Ed Sheeran at St James's Park, which is great. But now it's just Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds are the only ones that I kind of go and see. But then my mate said, so Stephen Fretwell anyway is the he's the guy who does the song for Gavin and Stacey, the theme song. He's the one who does that. But it's funny enough because I think I randomly went to buy a CD one day before Spotify came out, and I picked it up. I was like, well, I like my acoustic stuff. That's the kind of stuff I listen to, a bit like Damien Rice, that kind of stuff. And I listened to it. I really enjoyed it, and I went to my mates. I'll listen to Stephen Fretwell, so I listened to it. And then about 2 months later, Gavin and Stacey came out. Everybody started watching it. My mate went, "You seen who sings it?" I was like, "Bloody hell, it's Fretwell." He was like, "Yeah." And then I went to see him at the Clooney, and I met him afterwards because he's from Scunthorpe. And then, funny enough, that was the last time I went to the gig at the Newcastle Clooney. And then the next gig I've got to see again at Newcastle Clooney is Stephen Fretwell. So the only 2 times I've been is to see him. But yeah, I think going on gigs, my favourite one is just when I went to see Linkin Park at Manchester, because I got to meet them beforehand, because I was at that time I was in the Linkin Park Underground, which is like a fan club, and I got to go backstage and I met all of them, apart from the guitarist who was still doing a sound check. So I got my Hybrid Theory album all signed, including Chester, because obviously he wasn't dead at that point. And that was the gig was awesome. And then when I went to see Oasis twice in 5 days down at Manchester City Stadium, and then up at Newcastle Arena, that was awesome. Got to see Oasis in Loch Lomond in 1996.
I love to see them.
Oasis. I
missed out on so much, really, when you think about it. So, I don't know. Never had anyone to go with, possibly. Don't know.
See, the wife won't go because she doesn't like standing. I think. I remember when I went to see the Arctic Monkeys, just before they got big, and they were doing an Enemy Awards tour, and they weren't headlining. It was Maximo Park were headlining, and Arctic Monkeys were on, obviously, second. And I don't crowd and mosh and all that kind of stuff. But when Arctic Monkeys came in, I was so much into Arctic Monkeys. I was like, right. So I went right to the front. And I always remember, I was like, we're doing whatever you're doing. But I remember my arm was out like that. And some guy was going that way and hit my arm. And some guy was going that way. And I thought I was going to have my arm broken because everybody was moving.
Yeah.
But they only did like a half an hour set or 20 minutes, whatever set it was. I remember then walking all the way to the back of the academy. And I was drenched and dripping in sweat, but it was awesome. But then Arctic Monkeys have now gone shit. But at the time they were really good.
That's really good because you've got those memories, of you just said like all those gigs there. All of those are all different memories you've got. I've missed out on quite a bit. So I'm really looking forward to it. But
I remember going to see another example. I got to see Richard Ashcroft. I'm not a big fan of the Verve, but I like Richard Ashcroft's solo stuff. Saw him at the Academy, and I thought it'd be sold out, but it wasn't. I got right up to the front with that loads of arm room, and just saw Richard Ashcroft there, and all the smoke came on, and he came out. It was just such a great gig. Like when I went to see Oasis in 1997 at the Newcastle Arena, was the night that Newcastle were playing Barcelona in the Champions League.
Yeah.
And I got free tickets to off somebody or something, I don't know, whatever. So I had tickets to see that. So I sacrificed watching the Newcastle game when we beat Barcelona 3-2, and Travis was supporting. And I was really into Travis at that time because I had their first album and I was really loving it. And then Travis finished, and then they left, and they were getting on the stage ready. And I remember standing there watching, and some guy came and stood next to me here, waiting for Oasis to come on, and the music came on, and this Chinese guy came out trying to like open doors to Oasis on, and I looked to my left. It was lead singer of Travis was stood right next to me. I was like, oh right, okay. This is before they kind of like
amazing.
So yeah, so there was that.
Good memories.
But yeah, there's loads of stuff like that. It's just Rob's back. Are you home, man?
Guess where I'm calling you from?
Oh, he's having a shit.
No, I'm not. This is my Bidet. This is obviously my power. I'm not going to obviously use it. I'm not having a shit. I'm sitting here.
We miss your ass.
Yeah, well,
How are you doing?
Yeah,
people only come to see you, Rob.
What?
Look, the watch count's gone up 25.
It's dropped by about 200. It's gone into minus.
Fuck's sake.
And leaving now, it says.
I can't hear you because the Bidet's on. Hold on. Let me just turn off. I'll just give you. I don't think you run these controls. Look at these. Hold on. Look at these buttons. Look at the turbo. That's full on right in. Yeah.
Posteriori.
You got a heat function. You got a massage mode.
Does that say feminine?
Yeah.
Is that the one you use?
That just does the crease. Yeah.
Scrub the lettuce, yeah.
And the turbo one is just the. I'm not on it. I'm not just put the turbo on, but the turbo is just like it's full on.
Your bollocks doing the skydive.
It's full on. It's full on heat. It's quite nice. I'll turn it off.
Right. Did you turn it off because you're not on the toilet, are you?
No. Definitely not.
I'll let you into a bit of behind the scenes, Carl and Pete, is the fact that every time that Rob brings me, I always seem to be having a poo.
Me too.
I'm not on the toilet. If I go to the mirror, I'm definitely not sitting on the toilet.
Oh my
God. Mirror.
Fucking hell, man. Do some washing.
It's bad, isn't it?
Yeah. Pull your weight.
This is where I film all my green screen in here. Because obviously it's quite a bright room, so once I put all my green up, it's better.
Fuck's sake.
I need to let you go because I need some more turbo in my life.
Jesus Christ.
Not the racing now. It's been a pleasure.
Okay. Right, bye, Rob.
Yeah,
Go away.
Yeah.
Honestly, absolutely ridiculous. Anyway,
You're
quickly moving on.
shit.
What were we going to say?
There you go.
Right, Gary's here. BP's in the house. British
Right, cool.
Petroleum. Scotty T's here as well. Hi guys, I'm late. Yeah, I'll message you later, Scott. Pete does his in segments. I forgot what we were talking about at the time. Can't remember. Was Robin Williams in Dead Poor Society?
Yes, he was.
He was, yeah.
There you go. Raven Banner are selling the Blu-ray of the Sadness on their on their site too. It's available during release. I have a copy coming. It's got English subs. There we go. I see Fred Board passed away this week. Yeah, sad that he's done lots of films and everybody only really knows him for Tremors.
Yeah, but he's been in lots of stuff. I mean, Remo is one of my favourite films of all time.
Which is
one where he walks on water. Remo, Unarmed and Dangerous. You never seen that?
He walks on water. Is that like Jesus?
No, trust me. Go on YouTube and find Remo. R-E-M-O.
Oh, Remo. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm with you. He's ordered a custom steel for Dog Soldiers. Interesting. Scott's put, see you later, guys. Extra stream. Love watching it. Take care. Cheers, buddy. So yeah, so like unlike previously, Carl, we just do our streams now. Well, I've kind of decided we do our streams now for an hour and a half, which means that it doesn't go on too much and it's not too short, and the conversation just kind of flows. And
it's
then in between,
right then, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly, because you don't want to go on too much in case people lose interest in what you're watching. Plus, you know that from my own point of view, people are going to sit and watch this for an hour and a half. They're going to be dabbling in and out, and they want to see if their comments get read and all that. Like Scott's off to bed now. Great rest of the stream, guys. Thanks very much, Scott.
Bye, Scott.
So has anybody got any plans for the rest of the week then? Or is it just work? And then
Work.
Pete?
I got blood test tomorrow. I have legs on Thursday. Wednesday, I'm supposed to be having a camera up the arse.
Jesus. You could have just said you were going to the hospital. You know, I don't want to know the actual ins and outs of the operation or whatever.
Well, they're
Camera.
looking for cancer, so yeah, who knows? So that's fine.
So, yeah.
Other than that, my week's kind of filling up in the wrong way, really.
Yeah, your week started at the arse end of it, really, isn't it? Quite literally hanging out with your arse first day of the week.
Yeah, just got to hold my breath, really.
Yeah, hold your breath, feet up, count to 10.
You know, the saddest thing is, it's this little Indian woman that's about 4'3". And it's like, you're fucking gonna fall in love. And she's like, don't worry, I'm an expert at this. And I'm like, well, I'll lie on my side then, yeah, just so you don't fall all the way in. Fucking hell. You got to take this really horrible powder shit for like a whole day before that. It'll make you shit like 15 times to clear you out. And it's like, well, it made me shit twice. And then they put on the form, did not perform correct procedures prior to examination. As I fucking well did. Your powders didn't work.
So you could have just said you were going to the hospital, Pete. That that could have been quite nice, you know.
What? It's called life. It happens.
Yeah.
Pain in the arse, literally, but you know.
Oh, brilliant. Sure, yes. So, Carl, how did you find your proper full hour and a half experience on the stream?
Yeah, it was good. It flew by, like, didn't it?
Yeah, it gets to about 25 minutes and I'll look at the clock and go, I hope there's more comments coming in. But after you then start chatting, that's the best thing is when we're in this community, we chat all the time anyway. We all have the kind of same interests.
Yeah.
And then you just start talking about it. It's like we could all sit around in the pub, we could have a conversation for an hour and a half or whatever about everything. So let's just put it on the live stream because we can't really do that. Well, I can't. I know you do.
Yeah, well, I always look behind you, so I know exactly what to grab when I'm burglaring you as well. You know.
Yeah, I do. I'm quite intrigued.
That one. All of that child.
Is that Charles Blake got the lenticular sleeve on the front or not? Your collection.
He's frozen.
Carl, have you frozen?
Me?
Yeah, no. There you go. The Charles Blake set behind you.
Then. Child's Play.
Well,
Keep going.
Yeah, that one there. Has that got the lenticular cover on it?
This one was from CEX.
Has it got the lenticular or is it just a picture on the front?
It's just a picture.
Okay.
Yeah. It's still quite good. Looks quite good.
It's got some depth to it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know the America.
I
think America has
I
one.
think that was.
£5 or £6.
Yeah.
It's
7
got
movies.
That can't be right because it's £40 now if you buy it.
Oh, hang on, I might have that wrong. Let's have a look. Pete, you're probably quicker than me. CEX.
Yeah, it ain't going to be £7, mate. That's about a 30-40 quid film right now.
I might have had a voucher. Let's have a look.
Yeah, there's no way in how that's £7.
No.
No, it's 45 quid.
Yeah, told you. Gotta say, if you paid £7 for that, well done, Carl.
I probably did actually. I probably had a voucher.
And then put the rest of the money towards it. Yeah, that's fair enough. So
it's hard to know what to buy. I had about £120 voucher in CEX. It's so hard to sort of spend it.
Well, yeah, well, that's what it is. I mean, because I've got other stuff coming. I want to get Ambulance in 4K when that comes out next month or the month after.
Yeah.
Did you say it's hard to spend a CEX voucher?
Yeah.
Did you actually just say that?
I did, yeah, I did.
You know,
Years ago, I used to spend it just like that, but now I really struggle.
I spent about £500 on vouchers in the past month.
I have a, I don't know if you can see this properly, but this is my kind of like, where's the camera? I can't even see it. But I have like, this is all my wish list. So I've got Alfred Hitchcock Collection, Apocalypse Now 4K, Baby Driver 4K, The Eagle, Centurion, The Complete Thundercats, Bottom, complete set, 300 4K Master and Commander Blue. And I also came across this. I was like, oh, I need to get that. The two Chevy Chase Fletch films. Need to get them.
Did you say Master and Commander Blu-ray?
Say again, sorry.
Master and Commander Blu-ray.
Yes.
I've got that. I'll give it to you.
No, because you've probably only got the one copy of that or something.
Well, why would I even want to watch it? It's not even finished.
Well, yeah, they were supposed to make more. They never did. Tomb Raider 4K. And then the thing's crashed. And I keep an eye on the RoboCop 4K just to see what the prices are going for with that. And then Westworld Season 3. Now, I've got the box sets for all of them, but Season 3 didn't come with the Blu-ray, and that one does. So I'll have to look into that. And then Amaria Case of Gladiator 4K, Death in the Nile, Shooter, Lone Survivor, Casino. So there's loads. Dick Tracy, I should never have sold the Steelbook when I had it. I need to get that back again.
Well, at least they still sorted out those stickers.
Yeah, because that my little box set didn't come with any stickers on it at all. Although there was a little mark, although there was one, but they took it off before.
Past, yeah.
But this didn't send it with one in it. But yeah, I mean, look at the cat. Look at her on there, though. Seriously, that is just so blonde bombshell to come in Species 4. The Awakening.
No, that's getting a porn star for $500. That's what that is.
2007.
2007.
So it looks like, what years were there? Has it got them on the bottom here? Oh, here we go. So we've got 1995 was the first one. And then
95, was it?
Yeah,
Wow.
and then 98 was the second one. And then 2004 for the third one. And then 2007 for the last one.
15 years ago.
Yeah.
For the last one? Or for the first one?
2 seconds. Chloe! You get the door, please!
Wow.
And also this as well. I had to get 2 copies of that because I've got the 3D of that. But then that's the extended edition as well because I want to watch the full extended edition of it. And I'm not a big fan of that movie. I've only ever seen it twice. I was going to say I've only seen it once, but no, I have seen it twice. And then I've got this to watch, and I can't remember if I've seen it before. I'm sure I have, but I need to watch it again.
Yeah, I've got that.
And I've because of Gladiator, I started rewatching that.
I've sold that, I think.
Because the film's stretched across 2 discs. So I've got those to watch. And then I picked that up for 30p, which I need to watch. The TV thing.
Oh, I've never that one.
It was funny enough because, when you sent me that next 3 days, which I didn't know you were sending, thank you for that, there was an advert for this inside it. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. The Millership sent me it and said, oh, it was actually a TV show. I was like, all right. I went into my charity shop and they were selling everything for 10 pence. And I was like, oh, can I get this? Oh, it's 3 discs. It's going to be 30p. Is that all right? And I was like, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So I've got that. But it's got Andrew Garfield in it.
Wow.
And Sean Bean and Paddy Considine. And the guy, I've forgotten the guy out of The Walking Dead and Doctor Who here. Yes, loads of people in it.
Yeah, it looks quite good. That was quite a good one. Watched that for the first time the other day.
Never seen it. Seen it.
Quite
Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, again.
I've had it ages, never watched it.
Yeah.
Lovely to put up the Magpies for tomorrow. But yeah, you're right. That's where I stopped because there's loads of stuff behind me I haven't even watched yet. I've got this. Still haven't watched that yet.
Yeah. And that's the trouble. When you back in the old VHS days, you'd have, I don't know how many VHSs would you have, 15 or so. You'd watch them over and over again. Now you've got like the collections, like Pete behind them and stuff, and you think you never get through them. It's like Kermit's Ghost.
The arguments we have when you try to choose a film. The arguments.
Yeah.
Yep. And then at the end of the day, I just put Netflix on.
Yeah.
But there's that as well. So I need to watch that again. What Jamie sent me. That is quality. I remember watching this when I was a kid. I loved that as a kid. But yes, there we go. Right.
Yeah.
Would you like your steel pole with a protector? Tell you what, Lee. Yeah. Yes. I'd love a protector, please. Yes. Why not? So, anyway, right, tell you what, we'll wrap it up there, guys. So, thanks again, Carl, for coming on.
Thank you so
Congratulations
much.
again on the 1,000 subs. Well deserved, my friend.
Well done. Totally deserved.
We might be back next week for a live stream. We may not be. Depends if I can be bothered. 2, if I remember. 3, if I get a guest. And that's it, basically. Yeah.
4, if he's not getting laid.
Oh yeah, there's that as well. Yeah. If the willy gets wet, it's a no go. So yes. Anyway, right. So I'm going to go. So thanks everybody for watching. Thanks everybody for joining it. Lee said night bell ends. Cheers, Lee. Thank you very much. And we'll see you all soon. So bye for now, everybody. Thanks for watching.
See you in the lobby, Carl.